Morning Discord, morning YouTube. Let's get into it. All right, how's the microphone? All the microphones working? Mic check. All right, let's get into it. Let's see what we got. All right, so we had I think the government shutdown ended, so we had a gap up with that news. We went from 72.30. We're currently at 77.57. All right, so for today, make sure. For today, we want to look for continuation. We want to see if we get a break and retest. We're going to wait a couple cycles. We're going to wait a couple cycles, let the early morning candles pass by. We do see that it's possible we have the 20 above the 5. The 20 and the 5, they're right on top of each other. So let's let them separate one way or the other. Let's let them separate because they're right on top of each other. So we want to see if we get a break of, what is this, 77.95, this key level on the 5-minute chart, a retest and a reject. That's what we're waiting on. Let's let these early morning candles play out. There's a secondary liquidity right at 77.82 right here, or whatever this top line is. There's a secondary liquidity right here. What is it? 77.97. So we want to see if we break above, retest, and reject. Let's wait till we break this range before we make any moves. Let's break this range first. And then when we break the range, we want to make it a convincing break. A break, a retest, and a reject. So let's clear out this liquidity first. It would be nice if we grab some liquidity from one of these key levels before we shot up. That'll be nice. Unless they want to gap and go, we're gonna see. We're about to find out. Now, when we break this magenta, we'll see if we're going to set up for our retest and reject wherever it breaks. Maybe it's here, maybe it's here, but we want to see whenever this magenta breaks if we retest this level. So let's just be patient. We got our marching orders. We know what we're looking for. If you're on YouTube trying to trade with us, welcome. However, it's very difficult to trade off of YouTube. I recommend you join the Discord. It's free for a session. I'm offering a free session. Join the Discord, send me an email, LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com. I'll get you sorted out. The reason why you might want to join is because you don't have access to the 5-minute charts. You don't have access to all my charts. So you need to have access to the charts, or else you're playing behind the 8 ball. All right, so all right, let's see if we get a little pullback right around here. If you're in the Discord and you took the Pink Ranger, don't overstay your welcome here, okay? You got to protect that trade. That's a winner. Protect that trade. Also, if you're on YouTube trying to trade, you don't have access to the 30-minute chart. We've already put up our first win for the day. We've already put up our first win on the 30-minute chart. You don't have to believe me. Join the Discord. It's free. Find out for yourself. Look at the money we printed. 30-minute chart. There it is. The Pink Ranger. If you're on YouTube trying to trade, it's really difficult. I recommend just send the email. Take a little bit of effort. You'll be fine. You'll survive. It's going to change everything, I promise. Let's see if we get a little pullback here. We already put up our first win for the day. Pink Ranger, break a pink. You're riding this until the wheels fall off. On our 1 minute, it looks like this is our break, retest, reject. On the 1 minute, break, retest, reject. Break, retest, reject. Let's see if we get to 79.57. I'd also like to point out OG 3,000 OG 3K for the reminder of the Pink Ranger. That's it. The OGs are in there putting in work. They're in there putting in work. Thank you, OG 3K. Keeping the Discord profitable. And she called it out before it happened too, so good job. Good job paying attention. All right, let's see. Now we're high above the water, right? So we want to look for continuation because we don't want to fight the trend too much, right? So if we didn't already get in, look for this right here, something like this, right? Otherwise, you want to look for this. If it's gonna head down, look for that. All right, we got our marching orders. Easy. It's gonna be easy from here. We already know what to expect, right? Let's wait for somewhere below here for puts. We're gonna reassess when we get here. Okay? Let's reassess when we get here for puts. But look, we expected a pullback here, right? We knew this was going to happen. Look at the exact level that I drew, the flexion point. So from here to the exact target, a little pullback, right? We expected this. It's almost too easy. It's almost too easy. But let's let it play out. Because everyone, you know I love to gloat. I love to gloat. I'm a gloater. That sounds bad. Let me not say that ever again. Remind me to never say that again. But either way, I love to gloat. So we're just going to let it play out. Because one of those two things is going to happen. One of these two things is going to happen. Now, how you play it out, that's on you. We're still in our guardrail, right? So if you took the break and retest, you're still in the guardrail. So there's no reason to leave the trade. We're still above the water. Now in the Discord, we have our marching orders. We know what we're waiting for. If you're not already in the call, then you have to wait for the setup, right? We're gonna wait for our weak bear. If you're not already in the call, we know where the setup is. And then for the puts, we see where the put scenario is, right? We're gonna start looking around. If the price gets back down to 77.82, we're gonna start looking for puts, and then we're gonna get some confirmation below 76.96. So let's let whatever's gonna happen, just let it happen. We're just gonna ride the wave. Watch how easy this is gonna be. I'm telling you, whatever I'm saying is gonna happen. It's going to happen. And the reason I'm so confident is because I know the stock market has a 50-50 shot. And if you're thinking like, well, anyone can guess 50-50, sure. But try to do it with the precision and with the accuracy. That's what your goal is. That's what your task is. If you could do that, you wouldn't be here. So let's let it play out. Just let it happen. You don't have to FOMO. If you're not already in the play, wait for the play to set itself up. Wait for your play. This is your business, right? So since this is our business, we have to make smart business moves. Wait for the play to happen. Smart business moves isn't Well, I have vibes that it's going to go in a certain direction. I have vibes. That's not going to work for you. That's not going to work. Let's see what we got. All right, here's a good example of what I'm saying, that I don't know when it's gonna happen. I just know what it needs to look like. This is what I'm talking about. So do you see on the, what is this? The x-axis over here, we have the time. So I don't know when the move is gonna go up. I just know what it needs to look like. I know the move needs to go up, retrace, and reject. That's what I'm looking for this, right? So if we translate this 5 minute to the 1 minute, we see the break, the retest, and the reject. All right, so if you're on single contracts and you want to take profit on the break of this magenta, that would make sense, right? Single contracts, take your money and get out. You enter it on the break, retest, and reject. So if you're on single contracts to protect your account, you get out on the break of this magenta. Or if you're holding, then you're holding for the weak bear cycle. And the weak bear cycle should, carry us up something like this. Now if it dips a little bit lower to grab liquidity, that's fine. But we want to see it look something like this. We want to see the uptrend continue. All right, we want to see if we're going to build in blue and then break purple for the up. Now I'm testing this green. I haven't tested the green, so we're going to see if it's going to be build in magenta and then break green for the down. So write that down. Build in blue, break purple for the up. Build in magenta, break green for the down. We're testing green right now, so give it a second. I think purple's fine. We're testing green right now. I told you, it's all going to get easier right from here. Now we're in the middle of the water. This is where you're patient, right? This is where you're patient. You're in the middle of the water here. So now one of these two things is going to play out. Now you're patient. We're in the middle of the water. Now we're going to see which one's going to happen. So just be patient here. Stress free. You don't have to worry because one of these two things is going to happen. Now we just got to wait to see which one. So just be patient. I'll be right back. Don't overtrade. I'm actually still sitting here. I'm just going to be quiet for a little bit. Yep, good point. Let's see how this 30-minute candle finishes. If they finish us with a hammer, inverted hammer. Let's see if we get, if they push us down at the last second. All right, let's check higher time frame. So the 5 minute says we're above the water. We got a little bit more room for the up. Let's try to chart this. Let's just wait for one of those two things to happen. Let's just wait. This is the middle of the water here. Be patient. They're building liquidity, right? They're building liquidity. They're trying to figure out which direction right now. So let the market settle out the orders, and eventually they'll let us know which one is going to win. So now we just got to be patient here. We're right in the middle of the water. So look, see this original liquidity box here, this lick box that I have here in the shadow? So we want to see if we're going to break it, retest it, and reject off of it. or if we're gonna break it and then see if it survives the retest, or if we go back underneath. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Oof. Well, let's see what we got. Just be patient here. Let them build it up. They're building it up. You see them building up the liquidity inside this box. Let's see if we get any significant movement if we get above 78.94. I think there's an order block at 78.94. It needs to break above. Man, this is like on the verge of fake out or continuation. This is what we don't know what's gonna happen. Now we gotta wait for your setup. What did I say? Above here. They're really defending this dotted line that I have up right now. So we'll see. Let's see if they break it. If they break above that dotted line, or if it's just liquidity grab for the put. We don't know yet. About to find out. I want to see a big movement if we cross over this dotted line. I want to see a significant move up if we cross over this dotted line. Because they're struggling right here. There's a lot of liquidity built up right here. Let's see which way it breaks. We're in this liquidity box here. So whichever way this breaks, we're about to find out. I like to get above this dotted line here. Oof. This dotted line here has all the liquidity. Wait till we get outside of this liquidity box right here. Let me see something. There might be secondary liquidity here. Hold on, let me do something. Man, a lot of rejection right here at this 78.95. This dotted line here, a lot of rejection here. There's a lot of liquidity built up right here. Let's see what happens. I want to see a big move if we close above this dotted line. maybe a little bit bigger than that. Okay, so this purple is a winner, right? So it was break of purple. You hold for the retrace, you embrace the retrace. Purple's a winner. From, what is it? 64 to 23? 20? That's a win. From purple, protect your trade. I'm gonna clean up the chart just a bit. Okay, let's look at our 5-minute chart. We had the break, the retest to the exact level, and a reject. I've done my job for today. If you're on YouTube trying to trade, it's very difficult. You need to join the Discord. Only the Discord had access to see the break, the retest, and the reject. Perfection. This is absolute perfection on the 5-minute chart. This is absolute perfection. All right, let's see what we got next. I see a secondary liquidity on green here. All right, let's see what they do with this liquidity grab. So we're still above the water. I put green with a 2. Preferably you want to get a green down here. So So we'll wait for it and then I'll put it when it happens. Any more calls? Wait above. Here, look, I'll just highlight it. Look for that. That's an ugly color. Calls above green, puts below red. This green here for calls, I'll highlight it. And this one for puts. Still above the water. We need to get over green, this green right here, for continuation up. We need to get over this right here for continuation up, and this is going to be for the down. All right, look, so in order to not get caught in this right here, wait for this. Or this. So wait for a break, a retest of this red, or a break and retest of the green. if you didn't already take profit on this purple, from purple to this green, if you didn't already take profit, it's about to stop out on 78.05. So they're building the liquidity right here in this, in between green and red. You see that liquidity being built up. So maybe we have, no, I don't like that. I don't really like it. Hold on. All right, so let's see what happens on the break of this yellow. Break a yellow, break a green, it should be the same outcome. So I'm gonna we're just in this range between green and red. Between this, I'll highlight it even more. We're in between here. Still technically above the water. So if you took calls from purple and you didn't collect, you're getting another bite at the apple now. You're getting another bite at the apple. So if you didn't collect the stop, so let's say purple was your entry, your stop should have been the last low, which was at 78.07. If you embrace the retrace, it never broke the last low, so now you're in profit again. You just have to hold, embrace the retrace. I'm gonna go over it again, right? So if our entry was purple, right? So let's say you went in, I don't know, let's say you went in on this one right here. Even though it technically didn't close above, maybe it did. Let's just say you went in on this one right here, right? At 78.66. What you should have done was place your call. You put your stop below the last low, which was at 78.07. You embrace the retrace. Either you took your profit from the initial move, or you're holding for the retracement, and now you're in profit again. Or if anything, you broke even by now, depending on where you feel. But strategy's still intact. It all worked out. Still winning. Just stick to the strategy, you'll be fine. Again, if the entry was on the break of purple, your last low was here at 78.03, around here, 78.0, you know, right here, let me zoom in. Right here at this level, 78.07. This should have been your stop loss, right? Enter here, below your last low, this is a winner. This is a winner. Purple's a winner. If you follow the strategy, this is a winner. Now let's see how much we can get. Let's see if we can break this green. The price action looked really good this morning. It looked really good, and then it just stalled out, started going sideways. So we'll just be patient, wait for the next setup. It's around the corner. It is around the corner. Okay. This 79.20 highly, look at the defense. The Bears, they don't want to let it go above 79.20. Let's see if it breaks. What we want to see is this going to happen right here. Let me clean up this chart. We're looking to see if we get something like this. That's what we're looking for. And if this does happen, then we want to see the break, retest, and reject. Highly defended area, 79.20. Highly defended. The Bears don't want to give it up. They don't want to give it up. Someone's gonna have to come up off some guap. Someone's coming up off that guap. We're still above the water. So I'm interested to know on the 30-minute, was the 10 o'clock candle like a slowdown candle? Or is this going to give us the strength to continue, right? Is this going to give us this area between green and red? This is all the liquidity. We'll know once one of these break. This is where all liquidity is. Between green and red. Wait for one of these to break. That's the answer. That is the answer. See, it looks like a wedge between this green and this. See it? Maybe seeing a wedge form right here. So just wait for green or wait for red to break. Simple. Now we're still above the water, so you got to tread lightly. You don't want to fight the trend too much. right? Because we had a big push up in the overnight or in pre-market. So look, we're still stuck in here. We're still in this lick box. Look, we're still above the water until we're not. Don't have a bias. Don't try to figure out which way it's going to go. Just allow it to happen. Don't have a bias. If you have a bias and it goes against you, you're going to start questioning everything. You're going to start questioning your entire reality. Do not have a bias. Just let whatever's going to happen, let it happen. Well, this faked me out right here. This faked me out. I thought I was gonna dump right there. Faked me out. This is why we shouldn't have any bias. This right here just faked me out. Not that I took a trade, but yeah, I thought I was gonna head down from this candle right here. From the 1035 candle, I was like, okay, probably gonna go down. But it didn't, so now we wait, just waiting for the setup. That's all we're doing. We see what's happening. They're building the liquidity up. We just need to watch out for the stop hunt in any direction. That's what we want to look for. Okay. Protect your trade. Trade protected. You can't lose from here. Cannot lose from here. This is a winner. This is a winner. So the break of green, 79, what did I say? Excuse me, 78.63. We're now at, this is a winner. Protect your trade. See how much we get out of it. I want to get to at least bottom red to 77.82 would be nice. A little bit more. Let's go. Let's go. Look at the money we just printed. A little bit more would be nice. Okay, can't lose from here. I'm gonna take a small little break. I'll be right back. Don't overtrade. Look at the money we just printed. I know, I love you too. Look at the money we printed from green, highlighted. We highlighted the entry for puts on green, right to the target. Let's go. Let's go. I'll take a little more. I'll take a little more. Easy. Look at the money we just printed today. If you're interested in learning how to trade like this, send me an email, LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com. I'm going to get you sorted out, right? Look at the money we printed. Good job, Discord. Good job. Hell yeah. Oh, I needed that. All right, we had a good day. Today's been a good day. All right, let's see if we can get to red or whatever this color is. A little bit more would be nice. Look at the money we just printed. Send me an email, LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com. I'm going to get you sorted out. Look at this money. Look at the money. Easy. All right, let me keep working. A little bit more would be nice. Now we're below the water. All right, Discord, I want to point out something to Discord. Here, everyone stay really quick. Really quick, I just want to point something out. I'm going to mute YouTube. Give me a second. Okay, YouTube, I'm back. Exactly to the target. Exactly to the target, right? I wanted to see if we're gonna go from green to whatever this color is. Exactly to the target. Still inside of our guardrail. This is an amazing trade. This is a perfect trade. This is the trade that dreams are made of right here. This is how you know this is sustainable for your life. Even if you took a loss somewhere over here, let's say it's hard to lose twice in a row. It's very hard to lose twice in a row. That's what I've been trying to tell everyone. It's okay to take the loss, because look, it just identifies the setup. That's what I've been trying to look at, exactly to the target. This is absolute perfection. It does not get any better than this. It just simply can't. Look at the money we just printed today. Look at the money we printed. Ignore this one. Look at the money we just printed. Damn, it feels good to be a gangster, right to the target. I'm gonna let this candle finish and I'll start moving my stop. I'll probably start moving my stop to right above this key level this white key level here. This was a great trade. Highlighted. We had everything going in our favor. This was the perfect setup, right? We saw the wedge forming. We had our highlighted put scenario. We had our highlight. This is absolutely perfect. And this is why you're here. You don't have to figure it out on your own. Let me do the work for you. And in time, you're going to get it. It just takes time. This is not a get rich quick scheme. I'm not selling or offering a get rich quick scheme. This is a lesson in life on how to become financially independent. That's what this is. And it takes time because it's worth it. We just needed a little bit of time. That's all we needed. Right to the target. Absolute perfection. They're dancing on my stop. Okay, this candle just stopped me out. Okay, this was a good move. I went heavy here. This one stopped me out. I stopped out of all my contracts right here on this move when it went back above this white line, this key level here. So let's see if it breaks, retests yellow, and rejects underneath yellow to go back underneath our pink line right here. So now we need to wait for a weak bull cycle, right? We want to look for this. Something like that. Oh wait, let me be a little more specific. So let's see if we get a weak bull cycle. I'll be right back. Don't overtrade. Don't overtrade. I'll be right back. Hold on, I gotta pay attention, right? Actually, I'm right here. I'm just paying attention. I'm just being quiet. Give me a second. I didn't have any runners, so this took all my contracts out. I didn't keep any runners. You know what? I think it's just because I've been out for a couple days and maybe just getting my trading chops back. Normally I would have held a runner, but you know, I just took my money. I took all my money and got out. Normally I would have held a runner, but I didn't. That's fine. I'm just being quiet. I'm paying attention. Give me a second. Okay, I went back in when I said hold on, I'm just paying attention. I went back in here, somewhere over here. So I'm gonna let this play out and see how far we can get. I went back in somewhere over here. I almost stopped myself out on this green candle, but there we go. Look at the money. Look at the money. There it is. Look, I told you, underneath red. I have it highlighted. Buy puts underneath red. Look at the money. Look at the money. Even on YouTube, and look, you see how I circled the dance? Look at the dance I circled. See the dance I circled? There it is. Look at the money. Oh goodness. Look at this money. I didn't go really heavy. I went in heavy over here and I got stopped out. I went back in over here on the break and retest of this yellow, just as I said. See the yellow right here? Let me highlight it. On the break and retest of this yellow, that's when I went back in. When I said, hold on, let me pay attention. I got to pay attention. That's what I was doing. Look at the money we just printed. Either way, you didn't even need me because I told you underneath 77.82, I have it highlighted with a 3. I have this highlighted with a 3. This is the highest confidence level. Look at the money we just printed. If you're not in this Discord, send me an email, LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com. Look at the money we just, look at the, I don't even need to say anything. This is too easy at this point. Look at the money we just printed. Look at the money we just printed. Look, I have it highlighted where to buy puts underneath this red line right here that I have highlighted. 77.82. Look at the money that's been printed. Listen, I'm the best on the internet. It's done. It's done. It's settled. Look at the money we just printed. It's still printing. Oh my goodness. Absolute perfection. Look, from the break of green, first entry on puts. Your second entry on the break and retest of this yellow. Your third entry on the break of this, whatever, red right here. Look at the there's nothing more I can do. I've done my, look at the money we printed. Even if you would have taken a loss somewhere over here, you knew where the next call entry was, right? It was above green. Your put entry was this green here, below this green, or your put entry was below this red. This is a winner. This is a winner. If it wants to head up, watch out for this. Oh my goodness. This just took me out. I just took myself. I just took myself out here. I didn't mean to. Dang. This candle just took me out. I don't even have any runners either. Okay, whatever. This was a good move. I'm not gonna cry about it. Oh my goodness, I can't believe this candle stopped me and I didn't mean to stop myself out. Look at this. This one candle okay. Okay. Oh, that's upsetting. This one candle stopped me out. That's upsetting. It's okay. I'm not gonna be angry or greedy. I'm just getting my chops back. I've been out for a couple days. I might revenge call this if it gets back above 76.96. Let me see. I might revenge call this above 76.96. Let me see what happens. This green right here is a little sketchy because we're in oversold territory, so we need to have a lot of strength to push us. Actually, you know what's interesting? If you remember from the beginning of the session, I told you we want to see which way the 5 and the 20 are going to start separating. If you look at right when it breaks green, this is when the 5 drops below the 20. So this is another indicator. So unless this just has a lot of strength to continue down, unless it's going to do this right here, then I would prefer to see something like this. Watch. I would prefer to see, here, watch. I want the price to travel up. Maybe retest this and then come back here. I'd like to see this because this green is a little, it seems like overbought here, but you know, who knows? It could easily have enough strength to break green again and continue down to 75.63, but it's a little bit overbought here. Excuse me, oversold. So this green's a little sketchy. It needs to build a little more liquidity in here first. So again, you see how the 5 broke below the 20? This is an indication of price. That means the price is going lower. Remember, your uptrend is when you have your uptrend is when you have your price, your 5 MA, your 20 MA, and your 200 MA. This is an uptrend. So if that's an uptrend, then that means the downtrend, hold on. Hold on, I gotta pay attention. That means it's the opposite for the downtrend, right? That means if you have your 200 above, your 20, your 5, and your price, that means you're in the downtrend. So when you see your 20 go above your 5, you know you're in a downtrend. Here's break of green. Let's see if it makes it to 75.63. Ideally, for more down, I would like to see some, you know, a bigger push up and then the down. But again, if it has the strength, it has the strength. We're still below the water. I was upset that I stopped myself out over here for no reason. Look at the money. If you did take this green, that's a winner as well. This is a winner. This is a big winner. Look at right to the target. Let me clean up this chart just a bit. It went right to the target. Oops. All right, let's see if we get a play off the 20. If we break 75.63, we want to see if we get a play off the 20. Otherwise, we want to look to see if we are going to do that. So one of these two things is going to happen. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I think I remember saying something around the 10 o'clock candle if this is weakness coming in. If we saw weakness coming into the trend. You have to rewind the tape. I'm pretty sure I said something like that. So look, I've been stressing this. I'm gonna mute YouTube really quick. I'll be right back. Hold on, YouTube. I'll be right back. I think I've been mute this whole time on YouTube, but whatever. I gotta mute it again. Give me a second. All right, Discord here. Look at the money we just printed. Even if you waited for yellow, you look how many entries the Discord had entries. We had purple, we had this pink, we had this yellow. We had this green. Look at all the money we just printed today. Look at the money we printed. Look, not even one red candle. This one, look at them. There it is. If you're not in my Discord, you're doing yourself a disservice. It's free for a session. There's no look at the money. There's no obligation required. Send me an email, LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com. It's on the screen. I'm gonna get you sorted out. Look at this money. Stop it right now. Look at the money. There it is. There it is. We just have to be patient. We just have to be a little patient. Look at this money. Oh my goodness. I have it highlighted purple. I have yellow highlighted. I have this flexion. There's nothing more I can do. There's absolutely nothing more I can do. You know where the put was, right? It was underneath this thick white line. It was underneath this thick white line. We do this every day. You don't feel. I know what you're feeling right now. It's part of the game. It happens. I'm not exactly sure. We're gonna talk a little bit later. DC. We're gonna talk a little bit later because I know something's going on, but I haven't been in the chat too much. I've been trying to do a lot of. Look at the money we printed today. Look at this money. How many entries? We had yellow. We had purple. We had pink. We had yellow. We had green. There's nothing. Look at the money we just printed. Stop it right now. Here, look. If you want to go on the 5 minute, look at the 5 minute. Boom. Perfect entry. Above yellow. Or if you wanted to wait for the break of green, look at green. The break of green on the 5. This is a winner. This is a big winner. We use, and look, I probably should have moved it up just a little bit, but look, I had the head already ready for it. The head formed here. This is the shoulder. Easy money. Too easy. We do this every day. I gotta stop acting like this is exciting because we do it every day. Look at this money. Look at this money. From 76.12 to 77.79. All right, I'm gonna start to move my stop. This was a good day. Today was a great day. Okay, I'm back, excuse me. So, I mean, I don't even know what else to say. We're just printing money today. Money printer. gonna start moving my stop. Okay, that one took me out. That was a good trade. I went in on purple. I got stopped out for everything. So everything just stopped me out right here. That was a good move. Not upset with it. Okay, I need to take some time to do some admin, so give me a second. I'll be right back. I gotta clean up this chart. Today was an absolutely phenomenal day. Good job today. Good job. All right, give me a second. I'll be right back. Okay, Discord, let me explain something. I'm gonna explain it to you. Let me mute YouTube really quick. All right, Discord. So you see what the setups are? I'm about to get out of here. YouTube, if you're interested in learning how to trade like this, send me an email, LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com. I'm gonna get you sorted out. Discord, I'll be in there in 1 second, and then we'll get to business. All right, YouTube, it's been a pleasure. Send me an email, LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com. I'll get you sorted out. Have a good day. Bye. Actually, really quick, while I still got you, we're gonna go over some of the wins from the day. If you send an email, you can see it for yourself, what's actually happening in Discord. But so early this morning, we had a path drawn with a break retest of key level right here. So this is the first winner of the day on a call. And then we had our put scenario, which was right here. We did puts under green. So we had a green entry here and another one right here. And then we had a call scenario on purple. So this is our winner from the call scenario. So if you're interested in learning how to trade like this, send me an email. We do it every day. LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com, and I'll get you sorted out. That's been my time. YouTube has been a pleasure. Discord, if you have any questions, send me a DM, or I'll be in there in a second. Okay, YouTube has been a pleasure. You have a good day. Goodbye.